Kris, you guys have put yourselves in a hole quite a bit in these playoffs and had to win 8 in a row, or sorry, eight comeback wins. Does that give you kind of the solace that you think you have to overcome that and win the series?
Yeah, no, it's speaking for tonight, getting behind obviously is tough, and you can only do it so many times against this team. And I thought we had a good start, and we didn't capitalize on our early chances and made a couple mistakes. Obviously, they capitalized, but knowing that we're in a difficult situation, win our last 2 games is something that we're confident that we can do that. We've been through difficult situations before, and here's just another one that we'll overcome.
Left side, front row.
Kris, how do you rate the play of Pickard tonight, and who starts in net in Game 6?
I'm not going to make that decision right now after a tough loss like tonight. From what I saw, I think Picks didn't have much chance on those goals, and breakaways, shots through screens, slot shots. There's nothing saying that it was a poor performance. So. Yeah, that's what I see from it now.
Right side, third row.
I don't know if you'd agree, Kris, but to the eye, it seemed like they were getting the jump on a lot of pucks and such in the first portion of that game. Did you see it that way? And what do you think accounts for, a group that wasn't at its high-end game in a really big moment in the early going here?
We trailed later in the period. I'm not sure when they scored their first goal. But I thought we got off to a great start. We won a face-off and led to a goal against. So it's tough tonight. Like 2 of the goals against, we won the draws and they go down and score immediately. And that's tough. Rather than being on the attack, having the puck, getting in on the forecheck, at least should happen. And what it turns out is we're picking the puck out of our net. So. I thought the first 10 minutes, I thought it was a pretty good start. Second half of the period, not so much. But, that's my feelings right now.
Left side, second row.
Kris, when you mentioned those 2 goals, so what did you see off of them? Because you're right, it's kind of rare to win the draw, and then seconds later, the puck's in your net. Yeah,
they just won the race to the puck, and whether we're not in a very good position to defend after that, but... those pucks laying behind, we should be able to pick up. And even if they do pick them up, we should still be in a pretty good position to defend and not give up to something that's too dangerous.
We'll take a few more. Right side, front row.
Yeah, Kris, you even though you didn't have a bad first 10 minutes, in the first periods in this series, you're being outscored 11-4. You've given up 2 goals in each of those first periods. Is that a little head scratching to you? Why this team hasn't come out with a little more zip?
Well, a lot of it's the being outscored. Big majority of that is from special teams. Giving up power play goals in the first period. I'm not sure how many they have in the first period, but I would say a good portion of that is part of the reason why there's us trailing as much as we are there. But it's so important when 2 teams are battling. Scoring that first goal is very important, and then also in the special teams battle is important too. And tonight, I thought our penalty kill did a pretty good job, and I thought our power play, besides 1, I thought the rest of the power play opportunities that we had looked really good, and just couldn't put the puck in the net.
Left side, fourth row.
What did you notice about Florida tonight versus the other game in the second period that made it so difficult to come back?
In the second period, I thought we had some good opportunities, chances, the majority of the play in the offensive zone. But it was a very tight checking game. And when you're trailing, those are the kind of games you'd like to open up a little bit. And, they're not going to open up very much. They're a good, sound defensive team. They don't make many mistakes. We just had to try and execute a few more plays to open things up.
Last one, right side, front row.
Hey, Kris, this is a team. Your team is really good when they're throwing the puck around, when they're making plays, making passes. Did you feel like today you were just a little off, a little disconnected, and or is that something that you felt you guys were off, or you felt that they were doing a good job getting sticks and lanes and things
There
like
should
that?
be some credit given to them, but just the simple pass, tape to tape. Whether you're, it's one thing if there's a defender in your way and you have to make a difficult pass through skates or over a stick or something like that. Excuse me. But I think probably a little bit of both.